Well, they're at it again. The gaming journalists are at it again because, you got to create a controversy out of seemingly nothing. A topic that literally nobody was talking about. But no, you've got to stick your nose into a situation and give your definitive 2 cents, because I guess you're hoping that your legacy media fans are going to support you and your ideologies and your theories that really have no sort of merit. And I kind of went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to talk about this or not, but this is just so stupid. You know what? If I need to burn some more bridges, if I need to scorch the earth, so be it. At least I'll be on the right side of history with this mentality because, well, they're at it again. And I don't seek this stuff out. It just falls into my lap. It's like you can't avoid it. Everywhere you look, some journalist of gaming is saying some stupid ass thing that nobody's thinking, but they make it a problem. So today we're going to be talking about Resident Evil because a very hot take went out about Resident Evil recently. Now, Resident Evil is a franchise with lots of highs, some kind of lows, but when you look at like the original Resident Evil games, like 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica classics, the tank controls, the zombies, it was a fresh thing at the time. Of course, two of those games have been remade with Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 for the modern era. And then, of course, you had Resident Evil 4. Now, Resident Evil 4 was kind of a departure from the tank control situation. You know what I'm saying? It was more of an action horror game, and initially I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I've grown to love it over time. And obviously this was kind of a direction that, yeah, you probably needed to take in retrospect to keep the series fresh, to keep the series going, and to reinvigorate the series. Now, when Resident Evil 5 came out, there was some controversy surrounding this game, primarily because a lot of things changed. They took that action gameplay that was sort of introduced in Resident Evil 4 and really ramped it up. The story got a little bit over the top cheesiness, more so than we saw in Resident Evil 4. Of course, there was more action segments. You have the ending of the game, which is just absolutely bizarre, complete meme material. And then you also introduced a sidekick character who accompanies you for most of your mission. Now, this was interesting because, yes, you could play with a friend that was controlling the character, but primarily it was done with AI if you didn't have a friend to play it with you. It was an interesting idea, but it's nothing that's ever really been revisited in a substantial manner, because I just feel like it was a bit too kind of all over the place with the game. The game itself is still good, though. I still think it's a good game. I just don't think it's up to the pedigree of other Resident Evil games. But why are we talking about Resident Evil 5? Well, like I said, they've been remaking classic Resident Evil games. You got 2, 3, and 4, all of which got big budget remakes. So you would think maybe they're going to do 1, maybe they're going to do Code Veronica, maybe they're going to do 5 recently. You got to remember, they did re-release this game as recently as on the Nintendo Switch, and that's actually where I played it again since the 360 era. So what's the problem here? What are we complaining about? Are we worried about the technical limitations of this game, causing problems? No, we're not. Because the Resident Evil game that can't be remade, according to IGN, and you could tell by the like-dislike ratio. There's some things going on here. Shoutouts to you guys for getting 802 out of this video so that you could add mid-ad rolls into it. It's no longer 10 minutes, folks. It's 8 minutes, and you could put in mid-ad or mid-roll ads into your video. But this video is completely fluff. Like, they kind of go over a bunch of stuff. They talk about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for some reason in it. So why can't this game be remade? Did Capcom lose the license to the game? Is there some sort of, restriction going on? No. Because we have to introduce one of those isms, folks. Racism. Because Resident Evil 5 is a racist game. Because the game takes place in Africa. I'm not making this up. You can watch it. I suggest you don't watch the video. I wouldn't even dislike it because that's interaction. I feel bad that I interacted with this. But that's the reason why this game can't be remade. Never mind the fact Never mind the fact that you have killed zombies of all races and creeds up until this point. When you look at Resident Evil 1, you're killing teammates in this game that have gone bad. Resident Evil 2, you're in a city area. You're in Raccoon City. There's people of all races and creeds that are zombies that are coming at you. They're no longer human beings. They are zombies. They are no longer in control of their bodies. Resident Evil 3, same sort of thing. Code Veronica, same sort of thing. Resident Evil 4 is mostly Spaniards. You're going into this village and you're killing all these Spaniard people. Just blowing them away. Just get away from me. But we have to draw the line with Resident Evil 5. Never mind the fact that your sidekick is an African woman who's having to do this because they're zombies. They're not humans anymore. They are zombies. I honestly feel like if you're playing Resident Evil 5 and you're sitting there playing it and you're like, my God, this game is racist. Like, maybe you're just racist. Maybe if that's what you take away from that game, never mind the fact that they're no longer human, they are zombies, they're no longer in control of your bodies because of the color of their skin. You're literally judging them by the color of their skin and saying, oh, I feel bad about killing this person. You have racist tendencies. No normal person is going to play Resident Evil 5 and take away a racist narrative. There's no racism in the story itself. You're telling a Japanese company. You're telling a Japanese company that they cannot remake this game. Who are you people? Why do you exist in this space? I don't get it. The game released. Nobody cared. They played the game. IGN, remember, this is an IGN video here, right here, IGN. They gave the game a 9 out of 10. So you reviewed the game when it came out, and no problems whatsoever. You did write a little article trying to virtue signal, but this is when virtue signaling was just looked at as something ridiculous, and like nobody cared about it. So back in 2012, you wrote your little article about it, but you also gave the game a 9 out of 10. Why would you give a racist game a 9 out of 10? Are you guys racist there? Like, this is the problem with the video game industry and journalism right now, is they like to throw around ists and isms just at the whim of a, at the fall of a leaf or something like that. And it's like, bro, you are diminishing actual situations that are sexist, that are racist, that do these bad things that nobody really wants to see in their video games. You're undermining it by just calling everything that and putting a blanket statement on it. Isn't it kind of racist to look at this game, get a racist feeling, and then tell a Japanese company, because it's some white dude who wrote this article, and it's some white dude. I listened to the guy who's talking. He's whiter than freaking Spawnwave is probably. He's probably got the New Balances, the dad New Balances on. Like, who are you people? How are you people getting jobs within the video game industry? Disgusting. So the game can't be remade because it takes place in Africa. Think about that for a second. Think about that. So are you saying Africa is bad? Because what am I taking away from this? Like, well, it's a beautiful country with lovely scenery and stuff like that. It's a really good looking game, even for the Xbox 360 era. Like, you people are sick in the head. You people are absolutely sick in the head. And you think you're doing something good, but you're not. You're just diminishing actual sexism, actual racism by calling everything that sort of stuff. A plague on the industry. You are the zombies of the industry. And I'm glad that people saw this video and they were like, this is ridiculous. They want you to rewrite Resident Evil 5 because I guess the person who made this video has some internal struggles going on with them. Disgusting. Just seek help. Like talk to someone about this, because whoever approved this, whoever made this video, you have some deep-rooted issues that you need to come to God with this situation. You're all screwed up in the head. The video game industry is absolute shit. Needs an enema. And if I got to be the one to administer that enema, I'll jam it right up your ass. What do you think about this, though? Do you think Resident Evil 5 is a racist game because it takes place in Africa and the zombies have dark skin color? Or do you realize that, hey, Africa is a beautiful country and zombies are not human beings? They're zombies, and you're a normal and well-adjusted person. Let me know in the comments section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm sure this will be a hot topic video, but hey, somebody had to make it. Might as well be me. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.